Gonna let a few people join here. Today is December 25th, the birth of Tammuz, the sun god, the pagan deity sun god. Jeremiah chapter 10, when they used to cut a tree down, take it in their house, fasten it down, and deck it with silver and gold, just like they do today. I'm going to talk a little bit about this because it's getting on my nerves. But give me a minute or two so somebody gets on here. I'll be right back. Going to be talking about today, December 25th, the birth of Tammuz, the pagan sun god deity. That's where all this comes from, okay? Christmas used to be illegal in America. Did you guys know that? I trip out on that, right? Christmas used to be illegal in America. Okay, there's a reason for that. All right, I'm not saying that this country is a real Christian country, but there are some some Christian aspects to it, and it's all interwoven. The whole idea of separation of church and state is just a myth. It's not. That's not reality. Whether it's all these morals, the laws that we have in this country come from, God. Even it even says inalienable God-given, rights. It's supposed to be like that. It's not exactly like that, but it's interwoven. It's there's good and evil in it. So yeah, in this video, I'm live here, December 25th, the day that people call Christmas, the day that they celebrate Jesus's birth, uh, out of ignorance. That's what this is. I'm not claiming to know it all, but man, one of the first things that I learned years ago when God started opening my eyes to all these things, is what Christmas truly is, and where it came from, and how it was illegal in America, and how the mainstream church Christianity um, doesn't care. I mean, to me, this is the time where you can look around and figure out who's lukewarm and who's not. You know what I mean? And a lot of people might be like, "You're mean," and it's like, "Hey, I'm not stopping you from doing anything." It's like this. This is what God says about anything. He says, "At times of ignorance," in Acts, it says, "At times of ignorance, God winked at. But now he commands all men everywhere to repent." So when you don't know stuff, when you don't know what you're doing is wrong or really, unbiblical, then God's not going to hold it against you. In that sense, he's winking. Like, I get it, you don't know. But after knowing and then going out and doing these things every year the same way, it's like you're doing the same thing as atheists are doing and all these other religions are doing. Isn't it fun? Christmas time, which is the birth of Tammuz, the sun god, that's who was really born today, is the time where all people of all religions and non-religions celebrate, and they do the exact same thing that's forbidden by God in Jeremiah chapter 10. Isn't that interesting to you? Seem like a one world religion type of thing, right? I mean, it's exactly what the world does. You don't have to be a believer to do this, right? And I find these connections and patterns very telling. At this point in the game, we are, in my opinion, days away from the rapture, whatever it may be. We are, very close to everything turning on upside down, this world to become something that you don't want to be here for, especially as a true believer. And everybody wants to do this right now. I mean, if you don't know, then that's fine. But most of you guys who listen to my channel, you realize what Christmas really is. Jesus wasn't born on just December 25th. Jesus wasn't born in December. He was conceived in December. Conceived in December, not born. He was born around the Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Tabernacles. That's where he was born. He was conceived around this time. So the thing that gets me, right, that I just thought about is that like all these Christian, quote unquote Christian churches, they have a nativity. Those guys are supposed to be the responsible for knowing these things. And again, this is what lukewarm Laodicean Christianity is. It is today in America. Is they don't know anything, and even if they did know, they're not going to change what they're doing. It's traditions of man, okay? And the origins of Christmas, to me, it's like I've said in my previous videos, you can make anything an idol, right? Whether it's a tree or a car or a house or another person or yourself or the sun, the moon, and the stars. You can make anything an idol in your heart, right? But the simple fact is this, is that you get an exact description of what they did in Jeremiah chapter 10, the heathens. And it's exactly what they do is with the Christmas tree. They cut a tree down, they bring it in their house, they fasten it down, they deck it with silver and gold. I mean, okay, people say, oh, well, we're not worshiping it like they did. Yeah, but it's like you're taking exactly what they did, and it's so close, though, right? It's like me getting a voodoo doll, right? I get a voodoo doll every year, and I put it up on a mantle. I put lights all around the voodoo doll. I do exactly what people who do voodoo do, but I don't use it as a voodoo doll, right? So I tell people, well, it's a voodoo doll and there's candles around it and stuff, but I don't use it like that. I just like it because it looks nice. Is that a good thing? No, that's not a good thing. It's the same exact thing with the Christmas tree. They do the exact same forbidden in Jeremiah chapter 10. They do the exact same ritual tradition, and then they say, well, I'm not using it in the exact same way. It doesn't make any sense. If you know what this is all about, you shouldn't even be doing this, Stu. It's just foolishness. That's all it is. It's foolishness. It's dumb. It shows that you're really not down for the cause, homie. That's how gangsters say it, right? It's like, if you're down for us, then why are you rolling with them? That's how gangsters talk, right? And it's the same thing. If you're going to be one of us, but yet you want to do what they do, but you already know, you're not one of us, bro. You're just lukewarm. You're just lukewarm, right? That's all you are, man. It's foolishness. You're scared to speak up, right? You're scared to stop doing something that you're used to doing. And that's all it is, man. You're not really in it to win it. No, you're not in it to win it. You're not pushing towards the mark. How can you think that you're pushing towards the mark when you're doing exactly what the entire world is doing? God said, be separate from the world. Come out of Babylon. What does that mean? That means don't participate in her traditions. This is like the biggest one ever. I hate this time now. I hate how mainly the world. It's not that gets me so mad. It's people who call themselves Christians and they know where all this comes from. A lot of people know that it was illegal in America to celebrate Christmas, and they know all about it, and they still go along with it. If you put me in a family gathering with my family, how they do, I will tell everybody exactly what I'm telling you guys right now, and I just did. I just ran into my stepdad. And I told him, you guys have a nice gathering last night for Christmas Eve? He said, yeah. I said, well, great, because it's the end of the world, you know. I hope you enjoyed it. How do you know that? It could be in 100 years. These people don't even know anything, and they say that they're Christian. And when I was living over there years and years ago, I told them about the Bible. I said, let me talk to you about the Bible. No, we're good. We're good. Over and over, like 2 times with him, 2 times with my mom when I was living with him like 6 years ago. No, we're good. We don't need that. We don't. It's the Laodicean church, man. They say we're good. We are in need of nothing. We got it all. And what does Jesus say about him? He says, you're naked. You're in destruction. You don't even know it. That's what these people are. But that's his mindset. Well, it could be in 100 years. Oh, I said, no, it's not. I said, I already did the math. I did the math. I said, I know. I figured it out. Lots of people have figured it out online. We're at the end. He don't know. They don't know. They don't think that they're lost. They're lost. And what do lost people do? They do what Babylon does. They do the same traditions of everybody else, as atheists, as monks, as all the religions. Mormons celebrate Christmas, and maybe not Jehovah's Witness, right? But all the world, everybody celebrates. Agnostics celebrate Christmas. They do the exact same thing. Go get a tree, presents, Santa Claus, all this nonsense. It's foolishness. God says to be wise as serpents and gentle as doves. Again, I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. I'm just getting here online, sharing my disgust with how ignorant people are that call themselves true believers, that call themselves Christians, but yet they'll still go to these churches, church buildings that put out nativity centers that Jesus wasn't even born in this month, that they celebrate these things. It's like, well, how can you still do stupid stuff like that? It's just, to me, it's just stupid. It's idiotic. It's foolishness. That's all it is. Oh, well, we just love the people and getting along. It's all about Jesus. It's not really about Jesus, though. That's what they put it off as. That's how all this works, man. When you tell them the truth about these things, they mask it and say, well, we love Jesus. We just all love Jesus. We just all want to get along. Man, that is the one world Babylonian, Laodicean, lukewarm at best church. That's what they're doing. And that's what some of you guys are probably doing. And you guys are lame if you're doing that. You guys are lame. You're not down. You're not down for the cause, homies. That's it, man. That's it. You guys are part of them. If you're doing all this dumb crap right now when the rapture's about to happen, this whole world's about to change, and you're celebrating this stupid nonsense when Tammuz, the sun god, was born. December 25th is Tammuz's birthday, the sun god, pagan deity. God hated Israel for doing this shit. He did. He hated Israel for doing exactly what so many people are doing right now on this exact same day. And again, people are going to say, well, we don't do it the same. We don't worship it. Just by cutting a tree down and putting presents and Santa Claus, you're worshiping. That's a form of worship. Obedience is worship, man. When you obey the traditions like that, that's worship. What do you think worship is? Bowing to all. That's a form. But real worship is a lifestyle, is what you do every day, all the time, 24/7. So just by obeying and doing all that dumb shit, you're worshiping the same bullshit as when God hated Israel for doing. And you can mask it off and write it off as, well, we don't do it in the same sense, or we don't do it in the same way. Well, that's fine. Then I'm allowed to go get voodoo dolls and place them on mantles, put candles everywhere, have voodoo dolls all around my house, and say, well, I don't participate in voodoo. I don't use them for the same thing. So it's okay, right? No, it's not okay. So why is your shit, Christmas tree shit, okay? It's not. It's dumb. It's foolishness. Come out of her. Is this how you want to end your race? Do you want to just be participating in a completely Babylonian pagan, goes all the way back thousands of years nonsense, foolishness? Or do you want to be down for the cause, man? Or do you want to let people know, like, if they ask or whatever, like, oh, it's too late now. I mean, like, it's the day that everybody does it. But again, isn't it ironic that this holiday, this pagan Babylonian holiday celebrating the birth of Tammuz, the sun god, is happening right before the rapture is going to happen? I mean, it's too perfect of a pattern, right? Happening right before the fall of Babylon, right? Mystery Babylon, right? It's too perfect. So all you I mean, look, am I saying that everybody who does this stuff is not saved? I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're lukewarm. I'm saying you're weak. I'm saying that it's all, you're just it's soft. You're soft, bro. That's it. That's just the way it is, man. You're not willing to change, you know? So and a lot of people who do this stuff, they know what it's about. They know, they still do it, they still participate in all this stuff. You're not down, homie. You're just bullshit, man. Whatever. You take it how you want. You know, there's not many me, there's there it's different if you're tempted by, like, the opposite sex or some type of sexual temptation, you feel lust or whatever, or you fall for something every now, like, you're not perfect, right? But this is totally different. This is something that you would know, right? That you actually have to go out of your way to create, right? You have to go out of your way. You got to go do all the traditions, right? It's not just like being tempted for a second and like having those feelings and messing up. This is like something that is totally different, man. It's like knowledge. It's like you're knowingly doing something really stupid, like over and over and over every year. The atheists do that, agnostics do, that the whole world does, right? It's just dumb. It's just plain old stupid shit. So y'all go ahead and do that if you want. If you don't, good. Be down for the cause. Because, like I said, do you think that God really wants you doing dumb shit? Doing something that he hated? It's stupid. It's dumb. Anyways, thank you guys. I'm out of here, man.